Kabasa YouTube!
Hey there, guys.
So yeah, guys, this is my 69th battle special. If you guys want to know how this came to be, I will leave that down in the description because this is about a 60-turn battle, but it's a very good battle. Don't get me wrong. So how about we get right into the team preview? Also, I'll say hello to MultiHGW over there, Georgie, who's pale as hell.
Not that pale.
But yeah, anyways, so right off the bat, our team is very, I guess you could say, weird. I guess it's like offensive and defensive at the same time because Georgie's offensive, I'm defensive. And we thought we would make a team together. Mew is our preferred lead, which is my set, which I absolutely love. Kingdra is one of our physical sweepers. Chandelure is a very weird set. It's meant to counter like Chansey, Slowbro, Registeel, which actually does carry a Registeel. Suicune is our physical wall of choice, as Roserade is our special wall, and Bisharp, I guess you could say, is our mid-game sweeper or early-game sweeper. And from the looks of his team, I will let Georgie describe his threats.
Well, main threats really are going to be Mismagius. If that thing can get up a substitute, that's going to be quite an issue. Registeel could be bad depending on the set. Nidoking, if it's Life Orb, Timid, that can hit a few of our things quite hard, but it's quite slow, so it should be pretty easy to deal with. And Mew is always a threat because you can never tell what the bloody thing's going to do.
True. So yeah, guys, without further ado, how about we get right into the battle? So yeah, guys, a little transition thingy there. But yeah, anyways, so we're going to start off with our Mew, as she's going to lead off with Mismagius. And the fact that they lead off with Mismagius has me telling that that he's probably max speed and max HP. So we're going to take this opportunity to switch out into our special wall, which is Roserade.
Yeah, it turns out he's actually going to be a sub-car mindset, which we were kind of fearing from the beginning. And but going into Roserade seemed like the better play anyway, because we can just Giga Drain the sub, hopefully break it. We do get a critical hit, which probably might break the sub, but not complaining because it was kind of needed.
Wow, you talk fast. But yeah, anyways, now we know we can take anything he wants to throw at us, but we're going to take this opportunity to switch out on the off chance that he wanted to set up another Calm Mind or possibly another substitute. And since he would be at +1 special defense, we might not be able to break his sub. As we go out into Oceanus, which does carry the Roar, and for some reason he goes for the substitute. Not really sure why.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand that play either. Maybe he thought we were just a typical Crocoon set, which is very popular in UU these days, but we're going to switch out to Roserade as he goes into Live just to take the predicted Scald. Obviously, he's going to do nothing because we have special defensive investment, just going to set up Polaris Spikes as he does show he has the Mirror Coat.
And yeah, Mirror Coat was actually a bit surprising, but I guess it does come in handy because if we hit him with the Giga Drain, he's going to hit us with twice the damage that we would hit him with, which could possibly knock us out. So this turn, we're going to go for another layer of Spikes. And the third turn, we saw that we actually went for the Giga Drain because we knew he would not try to predict us going for another layer, and he would go for the Scald. So we are able to get damage on that as he opts to switch out into his Registeel.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what sort of Registeel as well, so we're going to go out into Lemire, the Chandelure. Well, Leo wanted to go out into Lemire, the Chandelure. I told you not to go into Lemire!
Why would you Thunder Wave a Roserade? Why?
He was obviously predicting a switch, but now we've got a paralyzed Chandelure. We're going to set up the sub as he brings in Melodic here. And our best chance here is to try and set up a Calm Mind and try and do some damage. He's going to break the sub with Scald as we've just set up one Calm Mind.
Lemire was supposed to sweep his whole team. If he had not Thunder Wave, we could have set up and swept him.
And that crit mattered. That crit mattered.
Above that, he crits us. So basically, Lemire does nothing, and I don't get to show off my set, which is just frustrating.
However, we do still have my Roserade who can come in, go for the Giga Drain, but he goes for the Mirror Coat, as was kind of expected. We were both a little bit frustrated at that point, so we weren't thinking too hard. Mirror Coat's going to do a hefty chunk, but not quite take us out. And he's going to withdraw now, go out into his Registeel, which unfortunately does completely wall us because we only have the Grass and Poison moves. It was Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Rest, and Spikes is this set. Unfortunately, Giga Drain's not going to do anything to Registeel, and it's a bit of a predicament for us right now, but we're just going to go for the rest because we do have the natural key and we can just switch out next turn at full HP.
So yeah, here is where we do reveal we have the rest, which definitely comes in handy as he tried to Thunder Wave us. And why would you Thunder Wave? No! We could have gone for Sleep Powder. Okay, anyways, we're going to switch out this turn because we want to get rid of our rest, and we're going to go into Oceanus, which I'm pretty sure completely 100% walls this Registeel as he reveals he's got Curse, which was like, the fuck? Because now that he's got Curse, we don't have to worry about Seismic Toss, which means if we do get Bisharp or Kingdra behind the substitute, we can easily start setting up on this like all day. So we're actually going to go for the Roar, as I knew he would go for the Thunder Wave, but in the off chance, I'd rather have roared it out instead of just hope to get the Scald, because later on you'll see that he actually has the rest.
Yeah, he actually has Thunder Punch on this Mewtwo. He has the Elemental Punches and Swords Dance, but he's just going to keep Thunder Punching us. Obviously, physical investment, that's not going to be doing anything to us. He's actually going to show here that he has the Swords Dance, and we're just going to go for the Scald, but I don't know why he would set up on us when we have the Roar. We get the Scald Burn here, which is great, wears the Sting down, cripples it pretty much. When it's phased out, it's going to have to set up again if it wants to do any kind of damage, but he's actually going to switch out going to his Galvantula, knowing that it's kind of futile to stay in, as we are just going to Roar him out, get some more entry hazard damage as he's forced out into his Melodic. And, well, I don't really remember this part. Do you remember this part, Leo?
I think you just broke a land speed limit. You're talking really fucking fast.
Of course I'm talking really fucking fast. The battle's going really fucking fast.
It's not that fast. Calm down. So this turn he's going to go for the recovery, as I believe we go for the rest. Yes, because we do want to get rid of paralysis, and in the long run, we would rather be asleep than be paralyzed and play with the paralysis. So we're actually going to go for the Sleep Talk this turn, and I actually believe we managed to pull out the Roar. I would have liked to get the Scald instead, but the Roar does come in handy because we can get some more entry hazard damage on whatever it's roared in, and we unfortunately roar him to freaking Galvantula. So we're going to go out into Mewtwo, and knowing that we can take at least 2 Thunders, but since he is Life Orb, he's going to be able to switch up his moves and kill us with a Bug Buzz. And question to you, how many of you masturbating right now? Because it's just, this is utter sexiness in the video, guys. Like, honestly, come on.
As Sal would say, pause. But anyway, Sal's out here. We take the HP fire, I guess, as we're going to set up a substitute. And now we can just Sucker Punch this thing, take it out, and Galvantula is no longer be an issue. With behind us sub here, we can comfortably either set up or continue to be on the offensive, depending on what he brings in. He does bring in Nidoking. And I believe Leo wanted to go for the Sucker Punch era, while I wanted to set up, but Leo made the right move there, as he's going to break the sub with the Earth Power, and obviously Mind Games would be going on otherwise.
So, I was fearing that if we went for the Swords Dance, he would switch out to Miss Magus, but second guessing it, he probably doesn't know that we actually have nothing to touch Miss Magus outside of Sucker Punch. He probably still thinks that we carry the Brick Break, not the Brick Break, but the Iron Head, as he switches down to Registeel, which is just perfect because since he is cursed, he's got Iron Head, which means we can get up behind a substitute and start setting up on him, as that's what we are going to do. We're going to go for the first Swords Dance, and we were thinking that, okay, he's going to break our substitute with the second Iron Head, so next turn we're going to go for the Brick Break. But no, Georgie wanted to get up to +6, and I didn't want to, so yeah.
I thought +6 would be more useful, because, I mean, like, a Brick Break at +6, and this is well, we're at +5 because he's got a Curse technically, but a Brick Break at +5 to a Registeel from a Bishop's going to do a hefty chunk, and like I say, he may still think we have the Iron Head, so he's actually going to switch up to Mew here as we do go for the substitute, and that's good for us. But here, Leo again wanted to go for the Sucker Punch, but I said to go for the Brick Break to just on the off chance that he whatever. I don't quite know why. I don't remember my argument, but he actually goes for 5 Punch. Oh, that's right. I said to go for Brick Break in case he's up with Swords Dance, but now he's going to go into Miss Magus, set up a substitute, and this is what we were fearing the entire game, really. We're going to switch out, go out into Oceanus. Our best chance is to try and Sleep Talk a Roar, and thankfully for Leo, he's got me in. I'm extremely lucky, so he's going to start to set up Carmine. This was freaking scary.
Oh my god, yes. My heart was racing so fast right here. Now, we're going to play with our chances, and we have a 33% chance to actually pull off the Roar, and oh my god, thankfully, thank you, we get the Roar, and if we had not had that Roar, we easily just would have been swept right there. That would have been good game. The battle is over. But oh my god, thank you. Just, oh yes, we managed to get the Roar, and just okay, I'll stop. Just let Georgie take over.
Yeah, he switches back into this Magus. We actually get a rest with the other Sleep Talk, but at this point it's not really a problem because we know that this turn we're going to wake up, so we can either rest up or do any sort of shenanigans. We're going to Roar him out, but he actually gets a special defense drop with his Shadow Ball, which sucks because now we're going to have to switch out and get rid of that because we can't stay in with a -1. So we're going to actually rest up this turn, as I believe he goes for a Ice Beam or a Scald, and then we can just switch out something accordingly just to deal with this Melodic. Rose Raid is probably the best option to go out into just because obviously special defensive wall. Scald still does nothing even at -1 because Suicu's an absolute monster, and Melodic is very sucky when it comes to the defensive side. But he's actually going to switch out to Miss Magus, and I'm going to pass it back to Leo because I'm going for quite a while here.
Yeah, you've been talking a lot. So we're actually going to opt to go for the Sleep Talk just on the off chance that he wanted to stay in. We can hopefully burn it with the Scald since he did reveal he's got recovery. We don't have to worry about rest. But we do manage to pull the Roar, and again, I would have liked to get the Scald, but oh well, what can you do, right? So we roar him back onto Milotic, get him some nice spikes damage, as we're going to take this opportunity to switch out into our Roserade, since it completely counters, well, almost completely counters that Milotic, as he actually decides to double switch out into his Mages, and I'm like, well, we're fine with that, and we're special wall. We can take hits for days from that, and if we can get rid of Miss Mages, we can just have the victory that much closer in our grasp, as that Shadow Ball did absolutely jack shit, nothing. And Giga Drain does a pretty good hefty chunk of damage as he switches back out to Registeel because he knows that he can easily just wall us. And here, if we had not gone to +6 earlier with Bisharp, then we could have got rid of this Registeel, but no, Georgie wanted to get up to +6 and we would have to deal with this thing.
Oh, come on. I don't think a Brick Break at +3, including the curse, is going to take out this thing. But his Registeel has rest, and this was such a bitch to see. Stall will activate, but he's going to go into Miss Magius, as I believe we're just going to Sleep Talk, and we're actually going to finally get the Scald, and no, that's next turn, never mind, pulled rest.
Yeah, we got rest, fuck you.
I don't remember us getting rest, but oh well, he's going to go for an Energy Ball, obviously going to do a nice chunk of damage, and I think is it this turn? But we go for the Sleep Talk again, obviously, and yeah, it's this turn, but we go for the Scald, and I call the burn, we get the burn, and from that range, it should hopefully take out the Miss Magius if we're lucky. If not, we're going to have to deal with one more hit. And unfortunately, it does Betty Lynch.
Georgie, shut up. Okay, and honestly,
you shut up.
If we had not got that burn, we still could have been able to KO him next turn. But Georgie wanted to be an asshole and go for the rest this turn. And he's just down to his Milotic and his Registeel. So, like I said, if we had not got the burn, we could have killed him off this turn with the Scald. And next turn, when he brought in Registeel or Milotic, we could have gone for the rest of that turn. So the burn really didn't matter at all, as we are brought up to full HP because of the rest. And he actually opts to switch out to Registeel, and this is a perfect opportunity for us to be able to go out into Salabaus and set up a substitute and try to set up again, as he switches out into his Milotic, and I believe we do set up a substitute.
Yeah, we both take a lot of time talking here, but we've set up a substitute. He's got his Milotic back in here, as I believe we set up a Sword Stance. Scald is unfortunately going to break the substitute, and the best thing for us to do now is to just go on the offensive, try and get some damage on this thing. But he actually recovers up, starts playing the mind games, and starts being an absolute dick, pretty much. As we're going to Sucker Punch again, but he's just going to recover again. But we're at enough HP where next turn we can go for another substitute. But Leo predicted right, went for the Sucker Punch, knowing that he would attack us this turn, and that's done a hefty chunk of damage to the Milotic.
Unfortunately, it does fail to KO, which means we're going to set up a Dragon Dance with our Kingdra, and he does make a good play and predicts that and goes for the recovery, because unless we have Kingdra up to around maybe +1, +2, we are not going to be able to take out that Registeel. So I believe we go for the substitute this turn, predicting him to go for Scald, and since we quad resist that, we know for a fact that will not break the substitute, and next turn we'll be able to get up a second Dragon Dance. And since we do carry the Lumberry, we're not worried about locking ourselves into Outrage if it does come to that point.
Yeah, I think we're actually going to lock ourselves into Outrage now, and this Kingdra actually has the Sniper ability, which triples damage from critical hits instead of doubling it, so this critical hit here may have mattered with the Sniper, or may not have, but basically it's going to just finish off the rest of his team. Milotic's going to die to this Outrage, and that's going to be the game. Yeah,
but honestly, that crit really sped up the battle, because we could have been here for like another 3 or 4 turns just Dragon Dancing and hitting him with Waterfalls. So in the long run, that crit was actually a pretty good thing, because it saved us about like another 2 minutes in the battle. But yeah, I believe that was the 2-0 victory for us, I believe. On
3-0.
3-0? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Hopefully the sexiness did not bother you that much. Hopefully some of you are finished up by now, if you get what I mean.
If not, you can just watch it all over again, and you know.
Yeah, it's okay. You can click the replay button. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like button down there. The like button's on there, subscribe button up there, and also make sure to go check out Georgie, and make sure to go check out my opponent. I forget his nickname, NastyNate. His YouTube will also be down in the description. So yeah, with that, guys, as I said, hopefully y'all enjoyed it, and I'm just rambling on at this point. I don't know why I'm still talking, but yeah,
Leo, shut up.
Later.